You've heard us talk about them. They're in, and they're on the website.
Absolutely. Our brand new America's Diesel podcast, branded bills, badass, flex fit, performance material, sweat stain resistant. It literally feels like it cools your head.
I don't know how that's
amazing.
possible, but somehow it is. Yeah, you can rock it. You know, I'm more of a flat bill kind of guy. You can do that. You can curve it. For all you taco holder guys, you can even throw that in there.
Yeah.
And then snap back with a little bit of the flex fit.
Yeah.
Big head approved, small head approved.
And it's extremely comfortable. I almost guarantee, I say almost guarantee. No, I guarantee this is the most comfortable hat you will ever wear. And the logo, rubber. Awesome.
Yeah.
Came out great.
Super detailed rubber on there, so it's never going to fade on you. If you want to get one of these in your hands, they are $50, shipped to the lower 48, plus tax, if applicable in your state. Just go on the dieselpowerproducts.com, search hat, look for the fantastic Jam and Eagle logo, pick yourself up some before they're out of stock.
Yeah.
America's Diesel Podcast.
Brought to you by Diesel Power Products.
America's Diesel Superstore.
No salesman,
Just enthusiasts.
dieselpowerproducts.com.
Your number one source for all things diesel.
So sometimes listeners have really good ideas on episodes.
Yes, I do.
And sometimes I feel like with this particular episode, I've got such an advantage over you. Like, it's not even fair. I actually kind of feel bad.
I'm not sure why it's supposed to be a me versus you.
Well,
But-
because people like that.
Yeah.
But you are... Your situation that you have going on is... we'll just say it doesn't have a lot of options.
I think you may be surprised, and I have a ace up my sleeve I'm going to pull out at the end here. I just want you to know.
We already made very minimal rules.
Minimal rules, yeah, totally.
Okay.
Okay,
You followed those rules, right?
I tried. But I made a line item for me trying, okay? All right? Okay. We'll get there. Okay.
All right.
So just so you guys know, this episode is titled basically Ben vs. Tyler. Tyler gets a first gen.
See, this
5.
is where he gets completely screwed out of the gate. I get a first gen Cummins. Okay. Awesome little platform. Ben gets an IDI.
Fuck.
Shit. That's all I can say is shit. With a hard shit.
A hard S on that shit.
That is a stinky little, like, surprising little fart.
That's basically you already had a tummy ache and you had Panda Express shit.
Yes.
Wait, so do you guys get to build each other's?
No, I am doing the first gen, and he's doing the IDI, which is like. This week's podcast episode is brought to you by Fuel Bomb Diesel Additive, an additive designed for diesel enthusiasts, made by diesel enthusiasts. Ben, take it away.
Hell yeah, dude. So this is our in-house Fuel Bomb fuel additive for your diesel truck. Our biggest thing here is making sure that you can pretty much always have diesel additive on you all the time. You've got a lot of other additives out on the market that they have, anti-gel in there all the time. They have cetane in there all the time. They end up being big and bulky bottles. Our standard everyday diesel fuel additive is 1 ounce per 32 gallons, and that's its main job is to make sure that your fuel system stays lubricated and prevents the formation of algae. And it should also help you in colder climates too.
Should definitely help you in colder climates. Along with cleaning your fuel system and maintaining it, it'll also help you bump that cetane number up for a more efficient burn of your diesel fuel. And if cetane is just what you're after, there's the Fuel Bomb Hellfire, which is our straight 8+ cetane enhancer.
Yeah, and you guys asked, and we brought them back. We did go away from the bottles that didn't have the measuring little parts in there. We brought them back for you, so now you can measure out your 1 ounce per 32 gallons for the F-Bomb or 4 ounces per 32 gallons for the Hellfire.
Both these additives are available on our website, dieselpowerproducts.com. Now let's get back to that episode.
Here we go. Thank you for tuning in. This is Ben and Tyler from America's Diesel Podcast coming at you from Spokane, Washington. We greatly appreciate you guys tuning in on whatever platform you're listening on, be it Google Play, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, anywhere that you can find podcasts. You can find us on there by searching America's Diesel Podcast.
What about Podbean? Bean.
Yes, you can actually find us on Podbean. I don't remember who said that they listened to it there, but I have never... Elijah, yeah, I've never heard of... Oh, yeah, it was Elijah. Elijah, how's your truck running, dude? Actually, I should probably just email you, but yeah. Elijah, you're the real MVP, dog.
I feel like Elijah is watching on his like desktop.
on his compact Presario.
Like, dude, you know, there's like iTunes out there and shit.
See, he's a 7'3" guy. How dare you? How dare
that makes so much more sense now. So much more sense.
Don't worry, Elijah. Me and you can kill Tyler in his sleep. Don't worry. Anyways, you can check us out on all those platforms. Also, make sure and check us out on the social medias: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We're probably most active on Instagram, which we do go live on there every Wednesday, usually around 4:30 to 5 p.m. Pacific time. Have a beer with Ish. I mean that quite literally, Ish, because it depends on when we finish the first episode of that day. Make sure and tune in and have a beer with the boys and ask some questions. It's usually a good rowdy time. Tyler reviews.
Oh yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Keep those reviews.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Keep those reviews coming in hot and spicy. I especially like the spicy reviews you guys lay. You guys have got like the same personalities that we have, and I love seeing that in the reviews. It's awesome. It makes me laugh every time I see a new one.
You spicy little mama.
Yeah. So keep those reviews coming on any of the platforms that Ben mentioned earlier. Screenshot that 5-star review. Send it to podcast@dieselpowerproducts.com. Make sure to include a picture of your truck and an address that we can send a decal to. A decal to. That will promise to add some sort of horsepower. I'm not going to put a number on it because we haven't dyno tuned it yet. Yep. But a decal that looks just like our logo, which is badass, soon to be on hats.
Yes. And don't forget, we do have a third guy on the mic. Corey, say hi.
Yo.
Corey is our Jamie, like on Joe Rogan, except much more handsome, and I think he's a much better person. I honestly don't know Jamie personally, so I have no idea. I assume he's a nice guy, but I assume Corey's better. Just saying.
Can't confirm.
Can't confirm. Last couple things here. If you're buying parts for your diesel pickup, make sure and check out dieselpowerproducts.com. We have tons of parts on the site. If you see the quick ship logo, actually, we have tons of parts on the site.
Thousands.
Literally thousands. If you are searching for something and you see a quick ship logo on there, again, that's quick ship. It's like a red, white, and black logo. That is 100% verified in stock, ready to ship. So if you're worried about it being in stock, you want to call and check or something like that real quick, you can pretty much be assured. Essentially, I think we now have 3 people on that team making sure that things are in stock, ready to rock.
Yeah.
So we do have people checking that multiple times a day. Again, if you see quick ship, click the button, get it rocking. It's good to go. Also, if you are ordering parts and you're a podcast listener, which if you're listening to this, you are, and you're ordering parts from Diesel Power Products, we want to know about it. Make sure and let your sales tech know. We do have sales techs on the phone at 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific time, Monday through Friday. They can answer all the questions you may have on any part you're thinking about. But make sure to let them know that you are a podcast listener, or if you are placing the order online in the delivery instructions, it's a skinny little line. You can almost barely see it. I know it's super, super informative. But if you see anything in there to write podcast, or just write podcast, I go through and search those every couple of days to make sure that we are still down here doing things that make money, because money makes the world go round, and I like drinking beer and hanging out with my 2 close friends and talking about diesel trucks. So let's keep this going. And lastly, if you're buying parts for your diesel pickup truck and you're listening to this podcast and you're not buying those parts from Diesel Power Products, I want to know why. Legitimately, I take it like somewhat slightly personally. It's not because I don't like you. It's because I want to make sure that we are the best in the business, the best in the game, the best in the industry. So I want to know why. Good, bad, happy, or sad, shoot me a DM, email. If you have my phone number, text, I don't give a shit. Just find a way to get a hold of me and let me know, like, hey, man, I wanted to buy from you, but I didn't, or I've been buying from you for so long, but this, or I don't know. Just tell me a story. Let me know what's going on, because legitimately we do want to be the freaking best, period. Hard period.
Ooh.
Hard P, hard period. Period.
Yeah, not like ... but like one big period.
Yeah, like a Jupiter-sized freaking period.
Yeah.
If you guys didn't know, Jupiter, aside from the sun, is the biggest. Well, the sun's a star, but the biggest planet in our solar system. Wow. My son told me that.
That we know of.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into this episode here. So this is a listener request, and it was kind of like off the cuff, and he basically said, Tyler gets a first gen 5.9, Ben gets an IDI, make him cool.
Yeah.
So I feel a little...
I have no idea what he did, but I know mine is infinitely cooler than his.
I'm laughing because I'm like, shit.
I could have done nothing and just said, yeah, I got one. and it would have been cooler.
So we didn't really have too much parameters to go on. So me and Tyler set up some very loose ones.
No engine swaps.
No engine swaps.
Especially for him.
Yeah. Assuming that the truck is basically, it's not like some barnyard find. It's not an old beat up work truck. It's
We're not
like,
restoring anything.
Yeah,
it's just basically a good daily.
everything works as it should.
Decent,
AC works, the heater works, the
Whatever.
windshield wiper
Yeah.
works. We're basically assuming these are old, like 80s, potentially early 90s trucks.
Yeah.
200K, works as it should, shows its age. No engine swaps.
Fair
That's basically what you're working with.
Yeah.
And then what was the dollar amount? I think we said like 15, 10, 15.
It was loose.
It's very, very loose.
It's very loose.
It was
Very
basically
loose.
like, don't go getting a quote for a full billet 6.9 or something like that.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
just yeah.
They basically need to be within reason and able to buy parts.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna go first
I think
because
you
I'm
should.
gonna go way longer than you, and
All
and this is everything right off of our website. I literally printed out the cart, and it kind of printed jacked up because I ran out of color ink, and so I don't have any actual prices on it. I have a total, but I don't
Okay.
have. So
That's fine.
Anyways, first gen Cummins. Okay, you might ask, which one?
Well, okay. Well, for those of you that don't know, a first generation dog drive in the Cummins, that'd be like a D250, W250, 350.
Yeah.
And that would be
80, 89. Well, let's just say 89 through 93.
Okay.
But I'm specifically the one that I picked because there wasn't parameters set for this by the listener, an intercooled version. So like a we'll say a 1991.
Yeah. I think it was 91.5 to 93 were intercooled.
Yes.
I think.
Yes. So the first year of the intercool. Okay.
Cool.
2-wheel drive,
Spicy.
manual transmission.
Ooh,
Okay.
I'm going to get drag in there.
Yeah, just okay. So
Yeah.
picture that, and it could be honestly. Okay, little backstory.
Okay.
I used to absolutely despise first gen Cummins.
Hey, by the way, his Instagram is Ty Diesel 509. Go ahead and let him know how much you dislike him for at one point not liking.
I used to
first
not
gens.
like them. I used to think they were. I didn't like them because of anything other than their looks.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I didn't like the way they looked when I first got into like diesel stuff. As I've gotten older, which is funny because I've always been into like the classic cars, old school stuff. Like I like rat rods. I love all that stuff. But I just for some reason didn't like the body styling of a first gen Cummins. I don't know why, because it's hilarious because I freaking love them now.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that just comes with age. I don't know. Anyways, I hated
and
them.
for me with first gens, you never. It's like a widely accepted. You don't find anybody that says I hate the way a first gen looks. They might just say my favorite's a third gen.
Yes. And what pisses me off the most about this whole me not liking them is when I didn't like them, they were extremely cheap. Extremely cheap. Like we're talking, I could probably find a first gen Cummins for sub $5,000. Like all day long.
And that
you
was
could
like
find one.
the bed's not rusted out. It has seats.
An
it runs
actual
and
like
drives.
decent truck. Okay, now you can't find one for less than like 10 grand.
Yeah.
Even clapped out ones.
A running and driving, showing rust, but still complete truck that all works. It's a first gen.
15 grand.
Yeah, easily.
That's what they're asking.
If it has
Like, it's-
sub 200,000 miles, that's like 15, 20.
Yeah,
Easy.
it's ridiculous, and that's what pisses me off the most because now I've fallen into them and I like them. So, anyways, 2-wheel drive, 5-speed, intercooled, mileage. Don't give a shit. None of that. Whatever. Even if it's an extended cab or a standard cab, like don't even care. Dually, don't care.
So just
Okay.
first gen,
2-wheel drive, manual.
Okay. All right.
So when I started liking them, I'm like, okay, I know. I'll just keep going through my list, and you can.
Can I put one thing out there real quick?
Sure.
Okay. I want everybody to know out there that I am not unfond of the VE pump 5.9 trucks.
They're just a little stout,
Yeah.
little.
Everybody bags on 5.9 or the VE pump trucks because they're not a P pump and they're not common rail, and everybody sort of universally agrees that VP trucks, pump sucks, whatever. Okay,
Sure.
I get that, but I am not unfond of a VE pump truck. With those with decent modifications, those will generally get better mileage than a P pump.
Yeah.
You can make more power with the P pump for sure. Like, don't get me wrong. If your
yeah.
goal is over 500, you need a P pump. Okay.
Yeah.
But
I still to this day will say that a P pump Cummins is the diesel enthusiast's perfect engine. If you are a diesel enthusiast.
Yeah.
Because it is something that is fully mechanical, that you can kind of play with at home with very minimal parts and gain power.
Yeah.
Like it is a diesel enthusiast toy.
You can literally tweak and wrench and move things around and make more power.
Yeah, like if I were to put on a list of like top 5 diesel engines, I would put a P pump 12 valve at the top of the list every time. And I know there's a lot of other engines out there that make a lot more power and a lot more efficient, but if you come at it from the standpoint of an enthusiast and someone who wants to play and learn and see the effects of what you do on a diesel engine, that is like the perfect platform.
Yep.
So that 100%. VE obviously a little different story, but still cool. Okay. So I'm just gonna go straight down my list. It's kind of mismatched. Whatever. It's my style. First thing I got, redhead steering box. Okay.
I'm just glad you have a list.
I know, right? I got paper.
It's not a Post-it note.
It's not a Post-it note. So redhead steering box. Okay. Older truck. You want to be able to steer. Okay. Redhead makes literally, I would say probably the best steering boxes out there for most everybody, unless you're doing like off-road stuff and you need like something hydro, which they'll still do hydro assist, but there's, like PSE out there is kind of a big name when it comes to that. So redhead steering box, boom, done. Next. Wow, I really skip around. I'm going to skip around. So redhead steering box, I did the Borgeson steering shaft.
Good job.
With new rag joint, and I kept the rag joint. I didn't go to the heavy duty.
Was that for budgeting purposes or just because?
No. I've played with Borges and stuff before, and in some cases they don't sponsor. I don't give a shit.
Give us the real deal.
Yeah, in some cases, I've seen their joints come loose, and I don't like that. A rag joint is simple. It's replacing what's in there. It's cheaper.
And chances are the rag joint that's in there now
is probably fine.
It still works, and the truck's like 40 years old.
Yeah.
So I mean,
it's like this old like dirtbag piece of leather that they used on there, like came off of somebody's old Ariat boots. Anyways, steering, and so this is what's great about this build. I'm just gonna say this right now, is the end of my steering and suspension modifications is steering box. If we sold a lowering kit, I would have had this on here because I would like a little 2-wheel drive. Either, like I said, I don't even give a shit if it's extended cab, standard cab, dually, not dually. I'd like a little kind of lowered 12-valve.
You could probably do a reverse lower, just drop the back to match the front.
Okay. Then I started looking at other things. So BD sells a what they call their high performance injection pump.
Yeah, their V pump.
Yeah, got one of those.
Gets you up to like a 3,500, 3,000 RPM.
It's essentially a pump with their fuel spinning
their pin and spring.
The fuel pin and cover spring in it. So I did that. Okay, moving on down the list. Did a drop-in AFE air filter for the factory box.
The BHAF.
Basically, ProGuard 7 though.
Yeah.
Okay. A KDP kit. Industrial injection KDP kit.
Gotta have it.
Gotta have that. ARP head studs.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. ARP harmonic balancer bolt kit. Just because I saw it. I was like, okay, why not? Why not?
I'm so under budget, I'm going to start throwing shit on here.
Exactly. Hamilton Cam's Beehive springs.
Okay. Dude, get some
Beehives,
RPMs out of that, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I did a Beans Diesel billet tappet cover.
Nice job.
Okay. Mishimoto aluminum radiator.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, okay. All right. BD valve covers. The finned ones.
Ooh.
Yes, I know I will. Wait, no, on that engine, do you? I don't know if I think on that engine, yeah, you do have to. You can either grind a casting that's inside the valve cover, or you machine the rocker bridges because they'll actually hit if you put ARP head studs.
Yes, yeah, on the 12 valve. Yes,
whatever.
you do that.
That's neither here nor there.
Is it the valve pedestal?
The pedestal. That's right, not bridge. Pedestal.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Wait. Machine. Okay. Valve card. Oh, I'm already on another page. This thing printed really weird. I did XDP's Performance 3/8 push rods.
Okay.
It's a good price. It's a good price. BD 3-piece manifold.
Nice.
Pulls
For
full
those of you
manifold.
that don't know, yes, we do sell XDP parts.
Yeah.
Are they competitive of ours? Yes. Do
Yeah.
they make good parts? Yes.
We're tight.
We're tight.
We're cool.
Yeah.
FAS 100 GPH pump, because that's all I'll need.
Just 100.
Well, that'll handle up to like what?
600.
600 horsepower. Like I'm still keeping with a VE pump. So
Yeah, I mean, and you'll have that thing cranked up to about 45, 50 psi. So you'll be
yeah, totally fine. BD sump. I love their sump. It's a
Their
great
single hole sump. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. We're just rocking right through. Fleece Performance, a little fleece on there. Mechanical fuel pump block off plate.
Okay.
She gone. We don't need her. We don't need her.
You didn't just go want to buy a what was that for a big block Chevy plate?
Yeah, no. I want the fleece logo.
Yeah. Okay.
I did our Performance intercooler hose and clamp kit.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Holding that power in. Turbo wise, I had a little debate with myself. We just started carrying Calibrated Power's drop in 60 millimeter turbo for the first gens. And I felt obligated to.
A 60? That's nice.
Yeah, it's rated to like 450, 500 horsepower max.
Perfect. It's perfect.
Boom, drop in turbo. Okay. Then I did a Diamond Eye 4-inch turbo back, straight pipe.
Fuck yeah.
No tip.
No tip. Don't need that shit.
Boom, bolt right up.
Yeah.
Good to go. And the reason why I did the fuel pump block off plate is because I'm doing a Hamilton cam. Okay. I did their.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
I just did
There it is.
Yeah. I just did the 178-208. Okay. Which is far better than what's in their factory.
Why not
okay?
188 220?
Because just I don't know. Just it's okay. It's okay. People make good power on these with stock cams.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
so I was like, okay, a little upgrade. Cool. We're doing other things. Okay. Where'd my injectors go? Well, I did.
Dynamite 50s.
Oh no, not 50s. No, Lord no.
I like to hear that.
Lord no. I did Dynamite Stage 3. Listen, I like kind of like hot rods, dude, and I would want this thing. There it is, Dynamite. I just skipped right past it. Dynamite Stage 3 injectors, which are like it's like a 125 horsepower injector. She might be a little smoky, but hey, we're partying. This is a rat rod. It's not supposed to be fuel efficient. It's not supposed to be clean.
We ain't towing.
I ain't painting this thing.
No.
She's gonna be dirty looking, and I like it. Right? And then I did a South Bend full ceramic 13-inch clutch, single disc, but that's totally fine. Like that to me would be an awesome little freaking rat rod diesel 2-wheel drive. I would talk to Dave. He knows how to lower shit, lower it down, and just get it looking clean on the street. I would even keep whatever wheels and tires are. I even do wheels and tires. I said screw it. Let's just drop this thing down. We'll add some power, make her a little dirty, little nasty, little girl, and just send it.
You know what would make me happy on there, and I know Dave's good at it? If you bagged it.
Oh yeah, I was already looking. I was like, wow, I can do.
Thing.
Yeah, but I didn't want to. This is all stuff you just buy right off our website. There's nothing.
My list
nothing
is
here.
not that good.
Do you want to guess how much money this all was? The injection pump took the brunt.
Yeah, it's like $3,400 or something like that.
I would tell you if it printed.
I'm going to say 14.8.
Wow, you're high. 11.4.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that would be I think that'd be a solid 400 horsepower truck.
That'd be a 450 but like a 900 foot-pound, 1,000 foot-pound
Yeah,
ripper.
and a little dirty. Just a little dirty.
Just the right amount of dirty.
Yeah.
I want to go on here. We do not condone overfueling diesels, okay?
Yeah.
Running especially a common rail or these newer trucks that are, you just see huge clouds of black smoke coming out under normal driving circumstances. That's an issue. Not just for optics of diesel stuff, but just as far as like efficiency while running. It's not a good running truck. With these older trucks, and I'm not saying there's an excuse or anything like that, but with older trucks, you talk to some of these old timers that went and bought, a P pump. They smoked on the showroom floor in startup.
Yeah.
Okay, that's part of the name of the game. That's how they work.
Yeah.
They're very rudimentary. They're a brutal engine.
Yeah.
But that's also why they work so well.
Yeah.
So that being said, I'm the same way. If I was in that thing, for me, owning a 7.3 that was slightly over turboed, and then also owning a 7.3 that was slightly over fueled.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty grossly over fueled.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which one makes me happier? The overfueled one.
Yeah.
Especially
Well, I
because
just
of the
think it
manual.
would fit. I just think it would fit the bill of that truck.
Yeah, totally.
Because I have an image in my head of what that thing would look like, and like that, it needs a little bit of that.
It needs a couple middle fingers coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
So yeah, that's my build. That's my.
I like that.
Yeah. All right, Ben. Your list is looks like a one pager there.
She's a one pager.
With about 4 or 5 line items.
There's like 10. Okay.
All right, IDI. Why don't you tell them what an IDI is?
So an IDI, for you people that maybe don't know, stands for indirect injection.
It's got pre-cups.
Yeah. So that basically means that the 7.3 Power Stroke has direct injection, meaning the fuel gets squirted directly into the cylinder where the combustion chamber happens.
Yeah.
Okay. So indirect.
In Ford's
injecting.
infinite wisdom.
It doesn't mean necessarily they're squirting the other way. They're just not squirting directly into the cylinder.
Yeah.
So it's not as good.
It's literally a pre-cup. There's a cavity in the head that the fuel squirts into, that the air then, when it gets compressed, it'll superheat and it gets really hot in that little cup, and then it finally explodes and it goes out of that little cup and then makes the piston go down. So they are a standard for high flow heads.
Yeah. Okay, so IDIs came in 2 flavors. You have a 6.9 Heyo, which is also a 420 cubic inch, and a 7.3 IDI. This would have been basically from 87 to 94. I know what you're thinking. 94 is a Power Stroke. No, technically 94 and a half is a Power Stroke. Up to 94 was an IDI. They came some from the factory turboed, some were not turboed, some were aftermarket turbo, like with a bank sidewinder kit or something like that, or an ATS kit. But they are a, what's the best way to put an IDI? They don't make enough power to hurt themselves. You can, if you've ever watched Zip Ties and Bias Plies, you can literally run a 7.3 at redline with like no head gasket, or like with a hole on the fucking head. Like it.
And redline is 1,200 RPMs.
Basically, 1,200 RPM redline making about 103 horsepower
At the crank, about 46 at the wheels.
So very anemic, large cubic inch diesel engines. Loud.
It's very loud.
Let's talk about some redeeming factors, okay? I don't know if you ever heard a straight piped, non-turboed IDI.
What truck are you starting with, though? Like, give me the premise. I gave you two-wheel drive. So, yeah, just so we have that in our head.
I'm starting with a 7.3 IDI. I'm not doing a 6.9. A 7.3 IDI, 4-door long bed 4-wheel drive ZF5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it actually would technically still have the same front end visually as like a normal OBS would.
Yes.
But yeah.
So redeeming factors. Go ahead.
Redeeming factors. They're cheap. You can find them for pretty darn cheap nowadays. Okay.
Loud.
Chassis and interior. I would put personally the interior on an OBS truck above a first gen.
Fair enough.
Personally.
I'll give you that.
Drivetrain. If you had an automatic, it was an E4OD. better than a 47 or 518.
Sure.
If you had a manual, it was either, you had a Get Track. I would have had a ZF5. I would say those are,
they're pretty neck
yeah,
and neck.
I don't have anything shitty to say about a Get Track.
Sure.
Like, would I rather have an MV 4500? Yes. Sure. But is a Get Track shitty? No.
Yeah.
No, a Get Track, it's not like some crappy piece of shit transmission or something like that. And then also, I would say when people think of 90s trucks, I'm trying to really paint a redeeming picture here, guys. So I'm putting it on thick.
Trying real hard here.
Put it on thick. When people think of 90s, 3/4, 1-ton trucks or the OBS body style, if you say OBS to anybody that's a diesel guy, it's a Ford OBS, 92 to 97 front end truck.
Yeah.
That's what everybody thinks of. They don't think of. I don't think I've ever heard somebody refer to an OBS Dodge, ever.
No, it's
People have said like OBS Chevys. There's something like the old body style.
Okay.
For those of you who don't know, OBS is an acronym from old body style. But the Fords are synonymous with the OBS trucks.
Yeah.
Like the OBS term, that's it. That's what it is. So those are the redeeming factors. Other redeeming factor, air conditioning systems. Air conditioning on old Fords, they just work.
Just running that R12.
They run the R12. That shit'll kill you
all
if
the
you
old
drain
ones,
it. Yeah, but every single old Ford truck I've ever had, ice cold AC.
Yeah.
My blue truck that I have currently for the moment, 335,000 miles on it, AC ice cold. I've literally done nothing to it, ice cold. My Excursion, ice cold. Previous Excursion, ice cold. My 96, ice cold. My 88 Ranger, ice cold.
Yeah.
They just work for that part. Here's where it goes downhill. I'm going to go ahead and start off with this. Most of the parts on this list are from a company that we don't sell.
That's bullshit.
It is bullshit.
Yeah.
The part of the bullshit, though, here is the only way that I actually found out about this company is because Josh messaged me, one of our OGs that works here, catalog manager, and he's like, what do you think about this stuff? And it's a company. They're called...
They're so memorable. You remembered it.
I remember the acronym. It's CDD, but it's a Classic Diesel Designs. They specialize in 6.9 and 7.3 IDI stuff.
I'm sure their business is booming.
I'm going to say yes, because half their shit has at least a 3 to 4 week lead time.
No shit.
Yeah, and they're making stuff. They're
making stuff. He says.
When I first went to their
stuff.
When I first went to their website, and I was looking at it, I was like, I didn't know these parts existed.
Yeah.
Period. And I'm going to go on a short tirade here with IDIs. I don't mean to be someone who foresees things or a trendsetter or anything here, but here's how I see things going a little bit here. So you may notice that some larger companies, like more named companies, quote unquote, dynamite.
Yeah.
People are going to start showing that they're selling parts for IDIs. And here's the reason. It's not because IDIs make a ton of power. It's not because they're super desirable. It's because, let's think about the market right now. Yeah. There's only so many diesel trucks on the road, okay? You've got newer trucks with cost an arm and a leg and have emissions on there. Nothing wrong with emissions, but if you have someone who wants to really wrench on their truck and kind of have an old school truck feel, they're looking at a pre-emissions truck. Pretty much anything in the 2000s is basically knocked out because people are buying those up, and anything that has decent mileage is going for premium. Yeah. So anybody that wants to buy this truck as a project or start tinkering with stuff or something like that, they're priced out. So they start, like anybody else does, they start looking, well, what's close? Maybe what's before that? What's going on? And they start seeing, OBS power strokes. You can make, 7.3, put a tune on there, have fun. Everybody talks about power stroke, good time, OBS trucks. That's what I remember. That's what I want. That's what my uncle had. Everybody in the construction side, they all had the OBS trucks, and start looking at those, and they start realizing the 94 to 97 power strokes, they're arm and a leg.
Yeah.
And then they go like, well, I found a 92. Looks exactly the same. That's a 7.3. That's a 7.3. It's an IDI. Well, I might as well start learning about IDIs. It's a third of the cost. And so it's not only the people that are getting caught as first diesel owners buying that stuff, but it's like diesel guys that are also diesel owners that are like, I'm trying to find something to tinker on, and they fucking can't find anything.
Yeah.
And so you get pinholed into a 6.9 or IDI.
Yeah.
And now you have this need of people that like to tinker with stuff because they bought the truck to tinker with, but no one sells any parts for them.
Yeah.
So my prediction is you're going to see a lot of larger name companies that are going to start coming out with more performance parts. And I can't say this without laughing. More performance parts for IDIs. You're going to start people saying like, and I'm going to touch on that later on, but let me get into my list here. So yeah, the company is called Classic Designs Diesel, CDD. And the first thing on my list, first off, the truck. This truck probably costed, I'm going to assume I found it for like $3 or $4 grand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably, yeah.
And that's the whole attraction of these trucks. Because this same truck as a Power Stroke, 200-ish thousand miles, everything works as it should, not beat to shit, that's a $15,000 truck.
Yeah.
This one's $4 grand. Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
First thing I did, CDD Stage 3 intercooler IDI turbo kit for 400 plus horsepower. It's a
Really?
thing. It's a thing.
Pull that up, Corey. CTD.
CDD.
CD, whatever. CTE.
I would search CDD IDI Stage 3. Yeah.
Do they have a stage 1 turbo kit?
And a 2.
And 3?
And a 3.
Wow. Do they have a stage 5?
No. So
400 plus horse.
Yep.
$5 grand.
Did you get the black or the silver?
Black.
Okay.
$5 grand. Even.
Let's get that other picture going. I want to see that valve cover. Let me see that. Damn. What size turbo is that? That looks ginormous.
62. Nope. 67, 62. Ported housing.
Does that head even flow the air? Those pre-cups in that head just explode.
We're gonna find out. Okay. So it's
$5
got
grand.
so it comes with a crossover pipe, the intercooler kit, wastegate delete, a 409 stainless steel downpipe, and the turbo install kit. I'm assuming this IDI I'm going to find is a non-turboed. And that's going to give me enough air for around that 400 horsepower mark. Okay. $5 grand.
$5 grand. Okay. All right.
All right. Next thing. Well, how are you going to get fuel?
Yeah.
Okay.
How are
This is basically a mechanical injection truck, more or less.
Yeah.
So.
You can turn that fuel screw up?
Oh, yeah. They make a 175cc big bore 370 thousandths. They call it a DB2 injection pump. Raises my red line to 5K.
Wow. I don't even want to hear an IDI at 5K. That would be so violent.
I do.
I mean, I do, but I don't. I'd hear it and I'd want to run because it would be like, wow, this is
like a bomb.
this thing's running away.
This thing's going to find something. It's going to launch into the atmosphere. Okay. That pump, $22.49. So we're nearly triple the cost of the truck.
There she is right there, 175. Big bore.
Yep. They do make a larger 700 horsepower pump. You'll notice I did not elect for that one.
Oh, it's only $500 more.
Yeah. There's only so much you can tune on a mechanical pump. I was trying to make this shit match. And also knowing that I have a non-VGT style turbo and super high flowing heads, you got to work with what you got here, bud. So the next thing is a set of 3M competition injectors, also by CDD.
3M.
They call
like
them
the
3M.
company that makes the
Post-its.
adhesives?
Yeah, adhesives and post-its.
I just got a 3M furnace filter.
But here's the good thing: injectors on these things way less than you'd think. They're only $700.
Not bad.
Because again, this is a
3M.
Yeah.
What does that stand for?
No
it's in
idea.
quotes.
Don't care.
No cores required.
No cores required.
New bodies.
Yeah.
New spring assembly, custom nozzle, and pintle. Injectors come with spare shims for the enthusiast who wants to be able to adjust pop pressures and injector duration. For the enthusiast.
That's me. Next, the CDD e-fuel kit.
Oh.
I went with the dual GSL 396 pumps.
Ooh.
That one's rated. That's their highest flowing e-fuel kit.
We got 749.
No.
Oh, wait, hold on.
When you go to the pumps, it goes up to 12 something. 1275.
Wow. I think I think I beat your final cost.
You did, but you don't want to know why. Yep. Keep going down.
Got that Holly Red.
Dual pump.
No, fuel pump selection.
And then single
Dual.
cab. Yeah, Walboro G90s.
Oh, the Walboros.
The duals. So that'll cover up to 275, which I'm always a fan of having extra fuel. So at least on the lift pump side, because they're going to want to see some pressure.
Oh,
Next.
yeah. It's got Wix filters.
Nice.
Hey, that's nice.
Next, we have the CDD intake kit, which is also $395. I did this is all kind of stuff that's going to start going a little bit faster here. So yeah, CDD cold air intake kit, runs $395. A South Bend 425 horse clutch for the ZF5 and the IDIs, because they don't make anything higher.
So you're totally just hoping that you make that 400 horsepower mark, huh?
I want to beat the fuck out of that 400 horsepower, man. I want to have 400 horsepower that I can just.
Do you know what's funny is
launch.
we both kind of have the same horsepower at the end of this.
Yeah. I know.
This needs to happen. We need to get these trucks and do this.
Next, a Sky Manufacturing reverse shackle kit with Super Duty springs for an OBS Danny 60.
Okay.
I don't know if I said that, but it was an F350, so it was a Danny 60 front end.
Yeah.
Could be ball joint, could be kingpin. I don't really care. More than likely, if it's a OBS body style, it's going to be a ball joint. And then I would also have to add in V-code leaf springs. And then I would be doing conversion shackles for the rear, and then Super Duty leaf springs in the back. And this is where I started realizing how much things costed, so I started really just kind of pencil whipping it.
Yeah.
So yeah, wheels and tires, I want to do 37s. Wheels and tires, I budgeted $2,500. Since it's a ZF6, I'm going to be doing 410 gears. $2,200. And then the last line item, once I start realizing how much this costed, is I literally, and I want you to read that last line item for me.
This was a bad idea.
$6,500.
What is that?
Because I was typing this, I started thinking like, I need a new steering box, I need a new power steering pump, I need this, I need new ball joints, I need this. This was a bad idea.
So that's all.
$6,500 brings me to $23,000.
Jesus,
roughly.
bro.
That's not including the cost of the truck. So here's my.
So you're 30 grand deep.
30 grand deep into a truck I bought for $4,000.
Okay, I might have spent 10 grand on a clapped out looking, running good
Yeah.
first gen. So I'm in it 22. I'm in it what your parts are. Mm-hmm. We need to drag race.
So here's my ace in the hole here.
Your ace. Okay.
Here's my ace in the hole. Yours has been done.
Sure.
When's the last time you heard of a documented IDI making more than 400 horsepower?
Oh, because nobody wants
Exactly.
one.
Exactly. Okay, guys, I get that. But this keys off of what I was talking about earlier.
Corey, I need you to chime in.
I don't know if I want it.
Yeah, do it. Do it. Come on now.
I'd go with the Dodge,
Thank you.
especially
Yes.
slammed to the ground. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not slammed, but lowered. Just kind of got that little dirty girl kind
No,
of.
Bagged.
I got the bag.
Yeah.
I got bags in my head too, yeah.
Well, I would do, of course, but it's not something I could have just bought.
Right.
It's a that's like custom at that point, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, if you had the budget I spend, you could drop it off at Dave's for 2 months and he'd give you a bag, sweet ass bag drug.
Yeah.
So again, the ace in the sleeve here is that, and I'm not saying this is a reason to go do it by any means. I'm really trying to lay it on thick and justify it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd be a pioneer. Okay. In my personal opinion, and this is one thing that I do truly think is going to start happening. I don't know if it's going to be like a full windfall, but I think this is a trend we're going to start seeing happening. I think IDI performance is going to start being a bigger section of the market.
Sure.
As much as we all laugh, and myself included, laugh at it. You know.
Yeah.
I think it's undeniable that they're going to be starting to do that because there's just there's less trucks out to buy, and
Yeah.
people don't have as much money, but they still want to do it. They're still true enthusiasts. And in my opinion, we need to make sure that we're still feeding into people being enthusiasts to keep diesel performance and gearheads going.
Sure. No, I can get down with that.
I'm getting a little bit soapboxy here. Again, I'm trying to lay it on thick. I'm
Yeah.
trying to justify the fact that I potentially just pitched my wife $23,000 for a shit truck. So
Well, I mean, if that thing is 400 horse, like at the end of the day, is it really a shit truck anymore? I mean, it really isn't.
it's
I mean,
not,
that's a
but-
pretty-
but
that's
for
You have
nearly
a-
$30,000.
Sure, it's expensive.
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
but at the same time, and I'm being nice, you still have a mechanically injected old school diesel that's making decent power. Actually, I shouldn't say decent power. For what it is, it's making fucking insane power for what it is.
That sounds crazy, right? 400 horsepower, insane. You got to remember this thing even in stock form, turned up, everything you could do, to the tire was probably like 140,
If that.
if that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I did not foresee you going that route. I honestly had no idea that this company even existed.
Me either. Like, if they had asked this question and I didn't know of this company, I would probably have said Banks Turbo and Nitrous.
Okay, so my only thing with it is this whole build here, 200,000 miles, no problem. That, what kind of reliability are we talking about at that horsepower level? Which I don't know. Do you?
The
I
thing
mean,
is,
you
we don't
probably
know.
you don't know either.
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
The only thing that we have to work with here, and I'm going to take some leaps of faith here. We
Sure.
got iron block, iron head. Thing I didn't put on here was head studs.
Right.
Put some head studs on there. As far as it coming apart, I mean, the only thing I have to go on here is let's do a 7.3 power stroke here. Okay. I know they're not the same, but we're looking at something that's same displacement, same horsepower range, iron block, iron head, head studs. At 400 horsepower,
Even on a more modern 7.3 power stroke, that's still a good running truck.
yeah. I mean, assuming that we don't have powder metal rods in there,
Sure.
lower end should be fine.
Yeah.
You would probably want to do some valve train work on there, push rods and springs. But other than that, structurally, block-wise, I don't see an issue.
Yeah. Maybe it's fine.
I don't know about pistons, though. I don't know how the indirect injection really affects that, trying to go that hard,
Just that head
hot.
design where they have those pre-cups.
Yeah.
Like that is the thing to me that is like the failure factor on that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. I've never played with one. I've never played one long enough to be any sort of knowledgeable in that. My buddy had one in when I was at tech school, and he would literally he put a freaking generator in the bed of the truck and would go out there in the morning and fire up his generator to turn on his block heaters because the thing will not start in Wyoming freaking cold. Like that's what he had to do. And that thing sounded like it was like freaking drilling it like for oil.
Yeah.
Like when it was out there firing up, like it was like, what is that thing doing? You're like, well, it's running. That's what it's doing, what it's supposed to.
It's got 8 cylinders. I mean, at least 3 of them are running right now.
But just like the cackle, the smack that those engines have is just like, I would like to. Do they have any videos? Do they have any like cool shit that they put out for like a 400 horsepower IDI?
I've honestly never seen videos. I've heard straight piped non-turboed IDIs, and it's a sound that you'll never forget. Honestly, it's like
They sound violent.
they do. They sound
Straight from hell.
The
It's-
hilarious thing is you'll hear this truck and you'll immediately quickly turn around because you hear big engine, big power, big quotations.
and then you see
power.
an IDI, and you're like,
But you hear this
shit.
thing, you're like, man, this thing's gonna disappear quick, and you turn around real quick, and you realize it's an IDI that's pinned. A whole bunch of smoke is coming out, but it's only going about 26 miles an hour. And you've got a lot of time to look at it because it's not flying by you.
Dyno Run, CDD, IDI, Dyno Run, S257 stock fuel system.
Yeah, let's see if we can get an audio clip on that.
We have an ad. Hotels.com.
Yeah.
They're not a sponsor.
No. Yeah, this is off of Tyler's phone.
Yeah, not the best audio. Hold on, wait for it. Still going. Jesus.
Just
There's
pissed
three-
off. 304.
3 comments. Oh, man.
So if anyone from CDD is listening, just know that I see you, I recognize you, I think you're doing great work, but
We see you. I think you're kind of a little insane, but hey,
I love you. I love you for that reason.
Yeah, I dig it. I can talk as much shit, as anybody could about an IDI, but if it's truly making that kind of power, I mean, that'd be a violent sounding, kind of a cool truck, You talk first gen Cummins, lowered, little smoky smoke, little, it got that classic Cummins inline 6 sound. Then you got this thing that sounds like it just literally came up straight from hell.
Yeah.
It is just pissed off that it's there.
A foot and a half taller, 6 feet longer.
Yeah, just
boat.
just yelling at everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just angry.
It's like that just that pissed off New Yorker that's
just angry at itself that it exists but refuses to die. Like, I'm alive and I'm pissed off about
100%.
it. You want to try and kill me?
That should be their freaking tagline.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know these trucks are angry as hell. They want to die, but they just can't.
Also, one of the pumps that I looked at on their website is kind of a shout out to them because this is cool because I had no idea it exists, but I think they're 750 horse pump, similar to like an AFC Live on a P pump. They have in-cab controls for the pump.
Is it like a pull cable?
I don't know. I think I think it was
a dial. I'd be upset if it's electronic.
You've got a pump that you can adjust inside the cab, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, I appreciate that there is a company out there trying to take the initiative and getting those things cool. So
I could dig it.
That being
don't
said,
understand it, but I can dig it.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. That being said, I don't know if I could actually justify spending money on an IDI at this point in my life. I don't know if I ever will be able to, but if I ever get to a point where I just have a fairly healthy truck budget to kind of tinker with things, and land to put that on, I would not be opposed. And I know I had a 7.3 on here, but I honestly, deep down inside,
6.9,
I would want a 6.9 brick nose extended cab, so it has 2 small windows on the side.
Oh yeah.
5-speed long bed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always looking for first gens. I would love to have first gen 2-wheel drive manual. Like, that would be my criteria. I don't give a shit about anything else if it's a standard cab or crew cab. But yeah, I'm with you. I just need the space.
Yeah. Well, that was a listener question. So if you do have listener suggestions or questions, send them in and we just might do them for you. But that's going to about wrap this one up. We greatly appreciate all of you guys tuning in and listening. New episodes come out every Thursday, which the ad is about to tell you anyways. We go live every Wednesday between 4:30 and 5 p.m. Pacific time. Make sure and follow our Instagram. That's where we're the most active. And don't worry, it is actually run by me. You're not going to get served with any kind of random shit, random ads. I'm going to give you the information you want to know when you want to know it, and none of the shit you don't want to know. And that is at America's Diesel Podcast on Instagram. Truly, we love you guys. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe and check us out at dieselpowerproducts.com.